Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. From up top next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, we were already excited for this game. And then before the contest, you and I are down on the field outside the white lines.
Yes, we were following the rules.
We were following the rules, and a ball comes over our direction, but we can't see it. Somebody yells heads up, and instinctively you turn around and you snare it one-handed with your off left hand. So now we're really ready for football.
No gloves either.
No gloves.
No gloves. Not like what the guys are wearing playing the game now. But wasn't that a whole lot better than that time we were down there? And I got the coffee spilled on me when I got nailed by the punt returner.
That happened to the Vikings, right?
Yes, a much better job of being heads up this time. Thank you for the notice.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee Titans take the field. Ryan Tannehill, the starting quarterback. And since being named the starter back in Week 7, Titans are 6-1, Charles. They're also tied for the second most offensive touchdowns and have the second most points in the NFL during that stretch per game at 31.4.
How about that? And for many people coming into the season, Ryan Tannehill, backup to Marcus Mariota. Would he be a good backup and maybe have a chance to find another team next year was the thought process. He may very well have found his team right there in Nashville with the Tennessee Titans because he's executing at a high level. Taking care of the football, making big throws when necessary off of their heavy run offense, and playing the game the way that their head coach Mike Vrabel wants it played. He's going to be a defense-first guy. That's his background. He doesn't want his offense to mess it up, and this offense is actually thriving.
Yeah, and in the Week 14 win over Oakland, took him just 21 completions to get to 391 yards and 3 touchdowns. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Linebacker Demario Davis made the move from the New York Jets to the New Orleans Saints before the 2018 season, and that move really paid off for him. Always a terrific player. Now he was able to get to the playoffs for the first time in his NFL career.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Play action. It's Tannehill. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The veteran Drew Brees leading out the New Orleans Saints, who now sit at 10-3 following that loss to San Francisco 48-46 in Week 14. You saw it in person. Drew Brees, 5 touchdown passes. He was really, really good.
He was, and against a ferocious pass rush, because San Francisco came into the game with 45 sacks on the year, #1 in the league. Drew Brees doesn't go down at all in terms of sacks. He got hit a few times along the way. But remember this, Lamar Jackson is kind of the gold standard for movement in a quarterback right now because he can take off and run so well. Drew Brees is not going to do that, but he'll give you a clinic on footwork inside the pocket.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Harold Landry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Breeze now to throw. It's Hill, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Okay, so the football going back over to the Tennessee Titans. Let's resume talking about their 8-5 record. We mentioned the victory over Oakland in Week 14. 552 yards of offense in that game. The most total yards they've had in a game since, get ready for this, they were the Oilers way back in 1991, CD.
Wow, averaged 37.5 points during this 4-game winning streak. This offense has come from finding their identity. You know, like a good actor that says, what's my motivation? What's their identity? Running the football with Derrick Henry.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
As the Saints come back out here for their next drive, CD, want to revisit what we were discussing earlier, their defeat against San Fran in Week 14. So, as I said, look, we know that they've clinched the NFC South, but that loss drops them down to the 3rd seed, at least for the moment. You know, there's always so much talk about getting the top 2 spots in that first weekend off, and obviously that's important, but is that overblown? I mean, how important is it that New Orleans has one of the top 2 seeds going into the playoffs?
Well, I think it's important for New Orleans because when you look at their past playoff record, they are 1-7 on the road. Okay, at home, I believe they're 7-4. They don't have a huge, rich playoff history because you remember for all those years of being the Aints, they weren't very good. But now in this current iteration of this team, having home field is big. Drew Brees playing in a dome. But if they go on the road and conditions are benign, I think that'll be okay for them. The tough part would be having to go to a place like Green Bay, which is difficult on anyone.
Well, they're finished down the stretch here in the regular season. They're home against Indy, at Tennessee, and then at Carolina. So, look, it's not an easy schedule, but it's not the toughest of schedules.
No, not at all. And they've got a great shot. And as long as they're playing in a dome, you might want to ride with Drew Brees.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Right there in the middle, 55. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Brees leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Humphries now to return. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Cameron Jordan able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he finds Corey Davis. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Corey Davis. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 49-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Target.
Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
60 Pittsburgh. I'm scared.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Ready? From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A 2nd down run with Lewis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now it brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this will go out of bounds, so they will lose yards on the play. And on 4th down, of course, it'll be a turnover on downs. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone, I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Breeze, and brought in by the tight end Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Can't fault the offensive line for that incompletion at all. He had all day to throw the football. Their alarm clocks went off early today, didn't they?
Absolutely they did. He was surveying, finally let it go, but incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Breeze to throw again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's Tannehill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's Ryan Tannehill and the Dolphin offense back out onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. It's caught. Humphreys. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Tannehill now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
Go.
Derrick Henry, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Right now, I'm just wondering where they turn on offense, Charles. I know we're not in the fourth quarter, but second quarter haven't scored and struggling to move the ball.
I don't think they abandoned the run game totally, but maybe you change up your tempos. Maybe you go a little bit faster, try and catch them back on their heels a little bit to try and accomplish what you want to get done.
Down. 70. Indy.
Good track. Good track.
Go.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill sets up the screen to Lewis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Tannehill now to throw. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed it.
that. Super toe.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that'll bring up second down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Breeze will try again on second down. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. And the last 2 years in Oakland, Now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Brees to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
The Saints spent a third-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Brees now on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Brees again here on 2nd and 10. He's got a first out and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? You ready? It's a party now. It's a party now.
Brees now on 1st down. He's got Smith here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now it's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second half starts with a run by Murray. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 4.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
5-8. 55.
Here we go, D.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, man, watch the boot,
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And his throw here's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Harris to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And he fends him off. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Breeze now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Bust through the tackle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready? Yellow waiting. 55, come on. Here we go.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Breeze. And complete right side to Cook. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Ready? You ready? 54. Line 54. Pick it up.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Oh, and they had him stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for it. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Tannehill, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. On second down, here's Henry. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Tannehill now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it down here to the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. A draw play here, Lewis. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ready, set. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me. Ready.
On 2nd and a yard. Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. First and 10 at the 19. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Titans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, it's Lewis. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They come out here in the I.
54 Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't there.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
And Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, a short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive spans 13 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Ready? Number 80. 55 Mike. Let's go, D. Wait, sir.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
Come on, QB, come on.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They run it again with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tannehill dumps it off to Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
On the draw, this is Lewis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Here's Tannehill. Smith catches left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
On the ball! On the ball!
Hey, tight end's right. One tight end.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Nashville.